And I think I'm pretty progressive, and I think I'm a pretty modern person. But I have to say this. I did not think, folks, that I would see a female coach in the NFL, a position coach. I mean, not that she can't know the X's and O's. It's not about the X's and O's. It's about the idea of how football teams are run and the just basic day-to-day existence of what goes on inside teams. I mean, you can get a little feel of that in Hard Knocks, not a lot, but a little. And you know that, I mean, position coaches, they can be very tough on their group. And to have, I mean, they can be really tough on their guys. And, you know, that is very much a man's world. To have a female coach in there, I don't even know how that's going to work. I mean, I'll tell you right now, I would not feel comfortable having the same conversation with guys in there or going after my players how I might that I will when there's a young lady in there in the room. I mean, I don't think it's a publicity stunt. I'm not trying. I don't think the Cardinals would treat it as a publicity stunt. I haven't seen what Bruce Arians said about it. I know Bruce really well. Maybe we can get him on a show and ask him about it. Now, I know he's not going to want to. I can tell you right now, I know this about Bruce Arians. He's not going to want to spend a lot of time talking about that this year. And people are going to want to talk about it. But there are a few things that, to me, remain the last bastion of, you know, and I know the world's changed. I understand that. I don't have a lot of problems with the world changing in a lot of regard. But that one surprises me. I did not think I would see a female coach in the NFL. That, I have to admit, that took me by surprise. I could see a female official. Absolutely. Officials, she could do is just, you know, you could put her back there and have her do just as good a job as anybody else back there. I have no problem. She could be a side judge, back judge. I have no problem with that. But to have a female coach, a position, I mean, head coaches can be really rough on their assistants. The language, the way they go after, I mean, that can be really rough. Boy, oh boy. I mean, and the locker room can be, you know, it's not for everybody. Not for women and children. And she's going to be in there now as a coach. It's a Mickey. How surprised are you by that one? I'm shocked. Shocked.
I never thought that could be.
I did not think you could have a woman's. I mean, because they work so closely with those guys, and they're in that. I mean, you know, they break down into their groups. And they go into their offensive, you know, they have the whole team, then they have their offensive and defensive meetings, then they have their position. And, I mean, boy, I'd have to see that work. I'd like to see how that works. Because to me, that's a really big change. 220, here's the Mink.